Is buying a food truck a good investment? How much does it cost to invest in a food truck? And should I even lease a food truck? These are the topics we're going to cover in this video on Food Truck Freaks. But before we dive into that leasing and owning a food truck, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of this video, Craven Kitchen. Craven Kitchen is the only affordable all-in-one platform designed to help virtual and mobile food businesses like food trucks streamline their operations and increase sales. So if you're just starting a food truck, whether you're operating a catering business or a food truck or selling ready-made meals from your home kitchen, Craven Kitchen actually makes it easy to set up and manage online menus, collect your payments, coordinate your pickups, and even deliveries, and integrate online ordering in your marketing channels so you could sell more and grow your business faster. So, where other food business management tools that are online are complicated and expensive, you can actually get started with Craven Kitchen for absolutely free. With an easy to set up, takes just a few minutes. Whether you're just getting started in the food truck business or looking to expand your current operation, actually leasing a food truck is an excellent way to achieve your goals. Leasing opens up a variety of options and opportunities to grow your business and develop a successful food truck business model. We'll explain what it means to actually lease a food truck, the different types of leasing options available to you, and how to even negotiate your own food truck lease. All right, so the first question is, what is a food truck lease? So a food truck lease is an agreement that allows you to rent a food truck for a specific time period and at a fixed monthly rate. The duration of the lease and how much you pay are dependent on several different factors. Now, however, most of these leases last 2 to 3 years, and leasing a food truck allows you to start your food truck business without assuming a lot of financial risk associated with buying an actual food truck. Additionally, many leases allow you to build towards owning the food truck itself, which is fantastic. Now, what are some advantages of leasing a food truck? Leasing a food truck instead of purchasing one can lead to multiple advantages that aid you through the process of establishing your food truck business. Not only does a lease offer a flexibility when starting your business, but it also provides you with a clear time frame as to how long you will be paying. Some of the most helpful advantages also of starting a food truck lease include decreased costs. In general, it can cost between $100,000 to $150,000 to buy your own food truck and equipment. In some cases, that figure can be even higher. By comparison, leasing a food truck often costs somewhere between $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Also, with more accessibility. For those who don't have the actual benefit of being able to buy a full food truck in full, leasing a food truck allows you to secure one without paying a high amount up front. Though many leases will still require some kind of down payment, this option is much more manageable than buying a food truck out of pocket. Customization. So some food truck leasing companies will actually work with you to customize a food truck, believe it or not. This allows you to ensure the truck matches the theme of your business as well as the services and food you're actually going to provide. Now, there are some disadvantages of a leasing food truck agreement. Now, despite all of the good things about the advantages they bring, there are aspects to leasing a food truck that can prove to be difficult and manage in certain situations. While the advantages typically outweigh the disadvantages, it is important to review them to develop a full understanding of what it means to lease a food truck. Now, we'll investigate some of the most common disadvantages in leasing a food truck. Number 1, truck returns. If you choose to sign a shorter lease or even forego lease to own options, you may find yourself rushing to find a new food truck as the end of your lease agreement comes close. This can be a particularly stressful situation if you've already chosen not to renew. For this reason, you must plan ahead in the process of leasing your truck to ensure your business doesn't have to be temporarily closed. Now, there's also no ownership. Just like renting or leasing property, lack of ownership presents certain limitations. For example, you may not be able to change the layout or add to your food truck without permission of the leasing company. Additionally, certain terrains and environments may be off limits to a truck to avoid damage to it because you don't own it. Before you sign anything though, be sure that both parties are on the same page as to how you can use the truck itself. Now, food truck leasing companies in recent years have been founded to help prospective food truck businesses achieve their goals. Companies similar to like Roaming Hunger, Prestige food trucks and other food truck builders offer different solutions and plans to help you get your food truck up and running. Some companies will even help schedule business opportunities, such as even catering events, and aid you in starting your own website for your food truck business. Partnering with one of these companies can open the door to many other opportunities for your food truck. All right, so the types of food truck leases. How to rent a food truck. There are typically two main types of food truck leases known as traditional and lease-to-own options. Now, to understand these, each option can offer a variety of benefits depending on the context of your business, making it vital that you understand the key differences between them. Below, we're going to check out a handful of options available for leases. So, traditional food truck leases, how do they work, Damian? So in addition, traditional leases, you pay a set amount of money each month for the duration of the lease. Once your contract is up, you can either renew the lease agreement or choose to go in another direction. Now, one of the benefits of the traditional lease is that you realize your truck doesn't fit your long-term needs. There is an easy way out at the end of the contract. Additionally, these types of leases can often be shorter than their counterpart, giving you the flexibility to do what you do best in your business. Lease-to-own food trucks. This is a great option for people just starting as well. Also known as rent-to-own food trucks. Lease-to-own trucks allow you to put your monthly payments towards a goal, ultimately owning the truck itself. Now, lease-to-own food trucks often require, though, a higher down payment. However, they can be advantageous for those aspiring food truck owners who don't want to buy. These types of leases often give you the options to customize the truck, while some even allow you to work hand in hand with the designer of the truck. For those who aspire to own a truck but can't afford the short term, a lease-to-own option can be the perfect compromise. Next up, how to lease the food truck. If you're new to the leasing process or have never started a business, chances are you're unfamiliar with what it takes to lease a food truck. To successfully secure a lease, though, and get your food truck business started, you're going to need to follow some of these tips. Number one, you need to definitely create a food truck business plan. So your first step in securing the food truck lease should and almost always will be to create a business plan. This allows you to show leasing companies that you have a roadmap, basically a guide, through the process of starting your business. To write a successful business plan, it is essential to include information on your concept, your marketing, and the structure of the business. Now, to learn more about this topic, definitely check out our other videos here on Food Truck Freaks. Number two, prepare financial information. So, as you create this business plan, remember to include detailed information regarding your financial background. So now this is whether you're applying for a loan, lease, or any type of rental agreement, chances are you will have to show proof that you are obviously responsible with the money and will be able to make payments on time. Now, some of the most commonly asked questions include the following. They're going to ask you, hey, what is your credit score? Okay, how much financial capital do you currently have access to? They may even ask you, how much money can you put down up front? Have you had previous financial troubles or even bankruptcies in your past? Number three, negotiate and finalize your lease. Now, this is where it gets critical. With your business plan and financial information organized, it's time to negotiate your lease and your terms. There are multiple options available to you, making it important that you choose the lease that best fits. Okay, negotiations can be a kind of a back and forth process and can often involve multiple parties, including yourself, the leasing company, and the lawyers hired to read over the lease itself. So to be sure to ask questions about the lease and to make sure you fully understand what you're about to sign. It's always important. Number four, insure your food truck. Now, in most cases, the person or potentially the company leasing their property to you will require some kind of insurance. Now, in some instances, the in-lease can even be terminated if you fail to provide proof of insurance. Insurance protects basically both the leaser and the leasee if the truck is damaged. And each company will have different preferences as to the minimum requirements of insurance, meaning that you should take extra care through the lease when you agree to it.
So there you have it. If you're looking to lease a food truck, definitely take some of these notes into hand and be sure to check out Craven Kitchen. As we mentioned, they are the go-to app for any mobile food business, especially food trucks, if you're just getting started. Check them out down below in the links, and we'll see you guys in our next video.